Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you caught my last video, then you would have seen that I made this wavy headboard out of my old headboard. It has freed up so much space. We are absolutely loving it. And now I'm figuring out the layout because I want to change things up a little bit and I just want everything to flow really nicely together. So in this video, we are working on finishing the room refresh. We're bringing in some new pieces, some old pieces, and of course we'll be DIYing today as well. My goal for this room is to make it as cozy as possible for fall and winter. I'm already at home like 24/7, so I want to be super comfy in bed, reading, relaxing, especially as it's getting so much darker, so much quicker nowadays. So lately, if I'm not working on something, I'm either just sitting on the couch reading a book or I'm in bed watching a movie or a TV show. So we spend a ton of time here at nighttime. So obviously my mood board for this room is very moody with a mix of Japandi. Right now it's not really giving that, but with a couple of changes, I'm sure that we can get there. There's a lot to do, so let's jump right on into it. So this is the color that I used for the pattern on the current wall, and now I want to get something that's a little bit darker. This is way too yellow. Guess who just spent an hour at Home Depot because they were too nice to a strange lady? I seriously have a problem with being way too nice to strangers because I was standing there waiting for someone to come cut the lumber, and then this lady was also waiting after me, and then she got really irritated and she started going at two of these employees. She was being really rude to them because they couldn't do anything. They were doing their jobs, and then another guy came by and then she flagged him down even though he was like not really on duty to cut the wood. But she ended up getting her wood cut. She had, I kid you not, like 20 pieces, and she got there after me, and I just stood there patiently waiting for them to cut all 20 pieces of her wood. I kind of wish I said something because I just stood there for like 15-20 minutes waiting for them to finish up all of the cuts. And yeah, that's how I ended up spending an hour at Home Depot because I'm way too nice to strangers, even when they are not nice. Well, lesson learned. Let's go home and get started on the projects. Guys, this is my first time making a pumpkin spice matcha and it is so freaking good. You definitely have to try this. The magic ingredient is pumpkin pie spice, which makes me want to bake now. So if you guys have any recipes for fall time with pumpkin pie spice or any other spices, leave them down in the comments. I honestly can't remember the last time that I baked for real. The most that we've been doing in the past year is like buying the pre-made cookie dough and just popping it into the oven. So I need to do like a full-out recipe, and if you guys have any that you've been loving over the years for fall, let me know in the comments. Okay, so yesterday I went to pick up the prints for this first project. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times on my channel before, but I really want to get a Japanese screen for somewhere in my house. And let me tell you, I have been looking on Facebook Marketplace for like the past year and I can't find anything that I absolutely love. And the ones that I do really like are like thousands of dollars, which I am not willing to pay for that. My best bet might be finding one in Japan when I go eventually one day, but until that day, I thought that we could DIY our own version. I have seen some DIY versions where people use a mural wallpaper, but the mural wallpaper honestly is very expensive. It almost costs as much as if you were to buy a real one secondhand. So I wanted to find an alternative and I saw this print on Etsy. It was only $4 for a digital print, and then I did a poster print at FedEx. This is already so beautiful. So it comes as 3 separate pieces, which you could just frame up normally, but we are going to put these together so it looks like 6 panels. There's a lot of detail. It looks pretty realistic, and once we are done with this, it's going to look even more realistic because I'm actually going to put this onto a piece of MDF. So I got Home Depot to cut this for me so I wouldn't have to do it, and this is the exact length of all three of them plus the height of the artwork. So I'm gonna go ahead and just Mod Podge it on here, and then we're gonna build it out so this looks a little more realistic. Good morning, you guys. It is a pretty busy morning. As you guys saw, I just went through the whole apartment trying to look for some of my books because they're kind of scattered everywhere. And my plan right now is to put them all into the bedroom. So you guys are going to see where they go later on. We have another pumpkin spice matcha on the menu today. I am actually obsessed. You guys have to try this out. So good. I also got my Thrive Market box. I've been waiting because it has some snacks that I definitely want to eat today. I really love their packaging. It is so cute. It even tells you who it's packed by, which is such a special little touch. And Thrive Market is actually sponsoring today's video, so thank you so much, Thrive Market, for sponsoring this video. I love Thrive Market. If you haven't tried them yet, I would highly, highly recommend. Everything that you see on Thrive Market, you know that it's made with really good ingredients because they actually have some of the highest quality standards in the industry. Like, they literally restrict over 1,000 ingredients from their products, so you know they vet everything from regular food groceries to home products and personal care. You know that you can trust them. This time around, I got a lot of repeat items like Pirate's Booty, which I always have in my pantry. Restocking some seaweed snacks. Pretty sure this is my avocado oil, which I'm running out of, and I actually like to buy it from Thrive because they actually have the best price compared to anywhere else around me. This is my favorite brand of avocado oil, and I just take off the cap and put a spout on and you are good to go. I did also grab some new items that I wanted to try out, so I got a box of Magic Spoon. I have been seeing so much hype behind this. I saw they had a cinnamon roll flavor, so I definitely wanted to try that out for fall time. If you guys like Magic Spoon, let me know which one is your favorite because I am in like a cereal mood for whatever reason right now. Ooh, I'm really excited about these. So these are called Blender Bombs. I saw this pop up as I was just browsing through all their products, and this looks really cool. You literally just pop this into your smoothie, and there are a bunch of superfoods and amino acids in this, so I'm very excited to try this. This is a pretty good grocery haul. I'm so happy to stock my pantry back up, and I love shopping from Thrive Market because it makes it easier just to live healthier and also more sustainable. That is one of their biggest missions for people and the planet. It's really easy to filter out their products based on your lifestyle, and I just love that they carry products and brands that follow ethical practices, and you can shop with a peace of mind. If you're new to Thrive Market and you guys want to check them out, they did give me 30% off of your first order, plus a free gift that is worth up to $60, which is pretty awesome. So make sure you guys check it out. I will have all the info in the description box below. Guys, I am shook by how realistic this looks. The glue worked out super well. There are no air bubbles. This is nice and flat, and you can totally just stop here if you wanted to. I'm gonna kick it up a notch by creating a frame for it because I've been eyeing this trim forever, and I feel like it's perfect for a project like this. So here it is. This trim basically has a corner on it, and this is perfect for creating a floating shelf because you could just put it against your artwork. You can leave a little gap between the piece and the trim, and it looks so elevated. Why?
Popular. We're gonna be popular.
Nice shirt.
Show you the right go-karts. You'll be good at sports. The Voltori. Where's your Jacob shoes?
In the wash. Okay guys, I'm actually kind of scared right now. This is gonna be my first time ever trying the Mod Podge texture hack. If you haven't seen this technique before, you can use Mod Podge to add some texture on top of your paintings. Or in this case, you can put it on top of a print to make it look like a painting. So I got a satin one and just to give it a little bit of shine, and I am scared that it's going to like smear the ink from the artwork. I really, really hope that doesn't happen because then I won't be able to fix it, and I did all this for nothing. I think we should be okay though. I'm gonna start with the flowers and add textures onto the branches and the leaves and stuff. I'm not sure if I actually want to put it onto the background yet, so I'm gonna start and then see how I feel about it. Oh no. Do you guys see that? It started bubbling up because I'm putting on the Mod Podge and some of this ripped off. So gonna have to figure out how I can fix this. Okay, first layer is down, and yeah, this is bubbling up quite a bit, but I'm gonna let this dry down and then I'll fix this and try to like color match it somehow. Remember when I said I didn't have any air bubbles? Well, clearly some started showing up. But on the plus side, this kind of makes it look more aged and vintage, so I'm just gonna embrace it and try to fix it after this first layer dries down a little bit. You guys can already see there is a lot of good texture going on, and I'm actually gonna go over the flowers one more time just so that they stick out. It's looking pretty legit. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm a couple shades darker. We just got back from Hawaii yesterday. It was a much needed vacation. It was like our first real vacation of the year, and I feel so much more re-energized, especially for the end of the year. I start to feel a little burnt out. I feel re-energized to finish this refresh, and today we are actually going to tackle this wall. This has been kind of a problem area for a long time, and we're actually going to be painting. As much as I love a light and airy bedroom, we really are only in here at nighttime, and now that it's getting colder out, I just want it to be extra moody and cozy in here, so we're going a little bit darker. I will show you guys the color in a second. This yellowy beige color definitely served us well, but I think adding in a darker color is just gonna bring this wall to life, especially since it's kind of been dead. I don't know if you guys could tell, but these frames have been empty for many, many months. I just have not found the right pieces to put there. So now I have a better idea of what I want to do with this wall. So we're gonna go ahead, clear everything out, and get to painting. We are ready to go. I picked out a warm brown color. This is like one of those colors that I've always wanted to paint my room, but I've always been scared to, so we're gonna do that today. I think this color is really gonna balance everything out in the room and kind of make everything stand out a little bit rather than having like a light wall. Having something darker just makes everything feel so much richer. Ooh, look at that chocolatey goodness. Whoa. Isn't that funny? I was like, oh, maybe this isn't dark enough. And then I get it onto the walls and I'm like, wait, that's actually pretty dark. You got a drop on the floor.
Uh-oh, I'm a little rusty.
Okay, while the paint is drying, I thought that we could build my new bookshelf, which is going into our bedroom. It's gonna fit the style. It also is a vertical bookshelf, so it won't take a lot of space. Let's open her up and see what she looks like. Ooh, yes. Perfect brown color. Guys, this thing rotates. Okay, I'm gonna put this in this corner, I think. And look at how tall this actually is. It is perfect. It's gonna fit so many of my books with lots of room to grow. I'm someone who is a perfectionist, so I want things to look like they belong in a magazine, but realistically, that is just not how I live and how I want my house to look anymore. So I'm embracing it. I wanna add in things that I love on this shelf, put it out for display. And this really doesn't take up a lot of space in the room. I love how tall it is. And with the new paint color, chef's kiss. Oh my goodness.
I don't do 2 trips. Woohoo!
I legit thought you were gonna drop all of these. Have to do this by genre. Gotta have my Emily Henry section. Look at all these colors together. This corner is starting to come along. I'm trying to play around with the layout, trying to figure out where things are gonna go and style everything up as I go. Pretty happy with this in the corner, but I thought I wasn't gonna have enough room for anything. Turns out I have plenty of room, so I'm gonna try putting this chair here, but instead of putting the cushion back on, I think I'm going to take this off and then use it as a stand for the light, just to give it some height, give it a little bit more interest over here. And what's funny is since I made this a circle cushion, someone said that this looks like a toilet, so I guess this will look less toilety now. Need to put a smart bulb, but okay, that looks pretty good. One of the cheapest and easiest ways to refresh your house without spending a ton of money is just taking what you already have and switch things around. I feel like this always really renews a space for me. So for example, I have this olive tree in here. To me, this leans more European, more Western, and since I'm going for more of an East Asian vibe in here, I'm going to switch it out with this citrus tree that I've had downstairs. I love the wispiness in the branches, and also the green is a little bit different. So even though it's like such a little change, it's gonna make such a difference once I walk in here. And even for this back wall, I had no idea what to put here. I was trying out so many different art pieces. It just didn't feel right to put a bunch of other rectangles above this black box. So I was trying to figure out what other things I could do besides wall art. So I'm going to try my giant green fan in this room. I really love it in my office, but I'm actually planning on putting the shelves on that back wall to make more room in that room. That room is kind of a disaster right now, so I'm figuring it out. And instead of putting this in storage, I thought that I would just display it. And with this new brown color, I feel like this green really plays off of it well. So we're gonna try to hang this behind that. Okay, let's style. I can't wait to pick a book off of my new bookshelf and cuddle up in bed and just read tonight because it feels so much warmer and cozier in here. And this is why I always preach that your home really is never done. Whether you own or you rent, you can always add more layers. Let me know your thoughts on this makeover in the comments down below. I feel like we really didn't have to do a lot to achieve a brand new look, and I think the brown color definitely was the move. I wish that I had painted this room dark from the get-go, but we're here now and I could not be happier. If you guys want to catch up with me and see how this room continues to evolve on the daily, make sure to follow me over on Instagram where I post every single day. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below if you want to see more from me. That is all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired and I will see you in the next one. Bye!